important game this afternoon for Keene State women's basketball as they look to make the LEC playoffs down the stretch. Today they play host to their conference rival, the Western Connecticut State Wolves. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back inside Spaulding Gym. I'm Ryan Goodwin, joined by Logan Toronto. For Keene State, things have been a bit rougher since the start of the new year, coming in at 1-3 since they beat Colby Sawyer here back on December 30th. However, that one win was in the conference over Vermont State Castleton. Also worth pointing out that they're unbeaten entering today here at home, 4-0 on the year, and trying to stay unbeaten. The Owls, however, will be missing top scorer Bryn Radiola for the second straight game with an injury. Who do you have your eye on to step up today, Logan?
Yeah, I'd say it's Valerie Lutzy for the Owls. She enters today second on the team in points and hasn't been a leader for the past few seasons. She also leads Keene State in steals on the season, so she can be difficult to deal with on both ends of the floor. Senior guard Ariana Murray is back following a return from an injury, so that the Owls have kind of that seniority outside of Lutzy and Stewart in the starting lineup here today.
And very quickly for the Wolves, it's been more of a struggle. 4-11 coming in, fresh off of 6 straight losses. They haven't won a game in over a month, but are looking to end that streak today with a road win over Keene State. How can Western Connecticut end that 6-game losing streak today? Well, it starts with getting freshman Nia Renscher going.
Yeah, Ryan, she leads the Wolves easily in points as a freshman with 237 so far this year for an average of about 16 a game. It hasn't been just on offense that she's been great, though. She's second on the team in steals and also leads the club in defensive rebounds. She's a top player to guard for any defense because of her height and ability to drive the ball inside of the paint. The Owls will have a tough task in front of them here today.
Yeah, thank you for that, Logan. And with that, we're about ready to get going in just a few minutes. We'll have starting lineups here and the national anthem. We'll be back in time for the opening tip-off on the New Hampshire National Guard, Owls Media Network.
A single thread is unique. Like each of us, full of purpose and potential. A strand designed to connect, strengthen, and unite. But we face different challenges and have different opportunities. By acknowledging that others may struggle in ways we do not, we can celebrate our differences, embrace each other, and fortify the ties among us. A single thread can fray, yet when it's woven with another, a bond forms. A new strength created by the fabric of the whole. Let's embrace the fabric we make together, the diversity of our threads, to reach beyond ourselves and overcome the impossible. The true power of our game comes from unifying our individual backgrounds, connecting our unique stories, enabling us to be stronger, braver, greater. We can achieve so much more when we are all as one.
What a season! The confetti is going to fall. There she goes, and she's got it! How sweet is this, and how wonderful for the sport.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/NA.
State. Playing center forward is number 1, Nia Renscher. At forward, number 2, Fatmata Berry. The guard, number 4, Malaysia Dingle, who is the second leading scorer on the team. Freshman Gianna Castellano at guard wears number 11. And senior forward, number 14, Alyssa Virtue, wears number 14. And now, Logan, you want to go into Keene's lineups as they are being announced?
5'8" freshman from Fairfield,
Yeah. First is a guard, number 2, Ariana Murray. Guard number 5, Ruby DeSaro. Guard number 13, Valerie Lutzy. And 2 forwards, one number 23, Samantha Lee, and the other number 30, Avery Stewart.
And Ariana Murray getting the start today. Of course, the senior presence on this Keene State team. As we mentioned, sophomore Rin Radiola, the team leader in scoring, is out today for the 2nd straight game. But the Owls trying to get the win in spite of that. Should be a good one this afternoon, late afternoon. We'll also have the men's team. Logan will have the men's team after this against Western Connecticut State as they look to continue their solid season. On the women's side, trying to get win number 7 here this afternoon. They come in at 6-8. A very rough start to the season for the Owls as they lost their first 5, but since then have played quite a bit better and going 6-3 since that 0-5 start. Head coach Keith Boucher leads the Owls in his 34th season as head coach. A graduate of Plymouth State, the Owls' rival to the north back in 1978. Just about set to get going here this afternoon as Keene State will get set to break the huddle. Nia Renscher, who we mentioned as the player to watch for the Wolves, freshman standout from Wappingers Falls, New York, not too far from Danbury, Connecticut, the home of Western Connecticut State in the Hudson Valley region.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see, Ariana Murray, it's her 3rd game this year. Didn't get much play time in her junior year due to injury, but freshman and sophomore year started all but 3 games.
Owls win the tip, and right off it, it's DeSaro who lays it up and in for 2.
And we saw that a couple of games ago at home. That quick start, Ruby DeSaro got a free bucket, and she does so as well this time.
And Renscher was able to get the hand on the tip, but it went right back to the Owls guard. DeSaro now tries to lay it in. Nope, got it blocked. Back the other way, it goes to Westcon, and Malaysia Dingle, who we mentioned in the pregame, comes in at 2nd in scoring for the Wolves. Dingle able to get it over to Renscher, and Renscher going to draw. That's going to be a charge. Will come back the Owls' way.
That's an excellent job by Stewart. Moved her feet, got in the direction that Renscher was going, able to draw the charge. That's huge. You read the scouting report, Renscher likes to get to the basket. She did an excellent job to prevent that right there.
Over to Ariana Murray. Murray outside of the 3-point arc. Back over to DeSaro. DeSaro to Val Lutzy. 7 on the shot clock. Owl's going to have to move it in, and it's almost a shot clock violation, and indeed it will be. And it's going to go back to the Wolves.
And an interesting look there defensively by Western Connecticut. They got Renscher up top using that length and that size to their advantage. It's kind of like a 3-2 that we've seen so far from Western Connecticut.
Gina Castellano now working against DeSaro. Murray fell down there. No foul was called. Now Virtue gives it up inside to Barry, and the shot is no good. DeSaro over to Stewart, back to DeSaro now. Two 2-0 Keene State on the layup from Ruby DeSaro so far. Now back inside to Samantha Lee, and it's going to remain with the Owls. They'll have 8 to shoot. DeSaro, nice pass to Lutzy on the inbound. Lutzy for 3, no good. Ball skirts back away to the sideline, and back to Western Connecticut it goes. 2 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. Owls still clinging to the 2-0 lead. Back inside it goes. Alyssa Virtue drops it off. for three, no good by Dingle, and now the rebound for Barry, and she's going to get to the line, it appears. So Famata Barry will try to get the Wolves on the board here this afternoon. Westcon, as mentioned, lost 6 straight coming in, but 2-4 in the LEC. So not terrible in that regard. Barry no good on the first. Try to cut the lead in half here. And no good on the second either, so 0 for 2. Western Connecticut remains scoreless. DeSaro now the other way for Keene State. Back off to Murray. Murray tries to drive it in, loses her footing and the handle on the ball. And it'll go back to the Wolves. Worth mentioning, Ruby DeSaro as a freshman has had a good season so far. 3rd in scoring for Keene, just behind Val Lutzy and, of course, Bryn Radiola. Back into the corner there for Castellano. Castellano puts it up way too much. Actually, that was a pass inside to Barry. Barry can't handle it off the glass, and now Lutzy. Lutzy with a pull-up jumper. No good.
Yeah, and the thing about Ruby DeSaro, and Coach Boucher talked about this in a post-game interview a few games ago, is that she never stops. Her engine is incredible, both on the offensive and defensive sides of the floor. She's always active, getting in passing lanes, and then we saw early running the floor as well.
Castellano drops it off for Dingle. Dingle for 3, no good. Off the rim, and now here comes DeSaro the other way. Trying to drive it into the paint, drops it off. Wide open Lee. Now passes it to Murray. Back to DeSaro. Back there to Stewart. 10 on the shot clock. DeSaro drives it inside again for 2. Nicely done. And DeSaro with all the Owls points in the early going. Castellano outside the arc. Gives it up for Rencher. Malaysia Dingle now drops it back. Castellano for 3. Airballs it. And it'll head the other way. Wolves yet to get anything going shooting-wise. And of course, points-wise is now Keene State with another chance to up the lead a little bit. Cross pass, now it goes to Lee. Lee drops it back for Lutzy. Lutzy over to Stewart. Stewart gonna pull up for 3, and it's no good. Back it goes to Stewart. Fresh shot clock off the rebound. Ruby DeSaro again, moves it inside. It tried the move, couldn't get it to fall. Dingle. Inside to Barry. Barry with a nice move. Will not get it to fall. And it's going to remain with the Wolves as we'll get a substitution there on their end. Nicole Peralta will come in. And Gina Castellano to the bench for the moment. Now we're going to get a TV timeout, and we'll be right back in just a moment. Owls in control 4-0 on the Owls Media Network.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty and no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at fentondealerships.com.
Malaysia Dingle, her first personal foul, second on the team.
Please score, please.
Avery Stewart for two. Number 10, Kylie Bundy into the game for the Owls. Kylie Bundy for three. Delona Garcia for two. Basket by Avery Stewart. Basket by Nia Retcher. Number 11, Gianna Castellano in for the Wolves. For the Owls, number 33, Lily Krasinski. Number 4, Malaysia Dingle, her second personal foul, third on the team. Number 0, Diana Garcia, and number 14, Alyssa Virtue into the game for Westcon. Kylie Bundy at the line. Number 2, Ariana Murray back in the game for the Owls. D'Arezzo for 2.
Our campus can be pretty quiet during the summer, but we're still here to show you what your life at Keene State will be like. I'm Emma, a tour guide at the admissions office, and I'm here to answer your questions and show you the parts of our community you're interested in seeing most. You can book a tour at keene.edu/visit or reach out to any of our admissions staff to find out when you can come see our home. Here's a sneak peek at what a tour is like.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State Area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty and no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at fentondealerships.com.
For Peralta. Garcia had it poked away there by Lutzy, but keeps it. Garcia dropped back there, little shot there, no good off the hand of Virtue. Owls come back the other way. Largest lead so far for Keene has been 9, and very much in control of that first quarter. Krasinski, wayward pass, and it'll go back to the Wolves. Peralta over to Garcia. Garcia from, at the moment, beyond the arc. Peralta tries to move it in. Not a good pass. Now taken by Murray. Virtue, I think, wanted a call, doesn't get it. Ruby DeSaro, who had a good first quarter, has 4 points for the Owls, and now a takeaway for the Wolves. We're hanging around so far in this one. Drop back there for Garcia. Garcia tries to drive it in and gonna get the charge called. So the basket would not have counted anyway. It'll go back to Keene State. Ball goes back the Keene State way. Drop back for Murray. Lutzy. Now DeSaro. Back to Murray with 10 to shoot. Murray step back for 3, no good. Off the back of the rim. Here comes Peralta the other way. Pass now. Castellano pull up for 2. No good. Both teams going back and forth right now. DeSaro. Almost looked like she was going to pull up. Now it goes for Bundy. Bundy's shot no good. Both teams going back and forth now inside. Castellano no good on the layup attempt. Val Lutzy with a steal. Lutzy came in leading the Owls in steals, adds to that total. Lutzy step up for 2, no good. Murray, though, gets the offensive rebound. Murray moves it inside and 1. Able to draw the foul, and now trying to get the Owls lead to 10, which would be the largest it's been all day. So Garcia called for her second foul. Had the offensive foul there earlier just a moment ago. Murray trying to make it a 10-point lead. Shot no good on the free throw. And finally, we have the first points here of the second, and a travel called on Nia Rencher. As Avery Stewart checks back in for Ariana Murray. Inbound goes to DeSaro. Stewart with it, back to Lutzy. Lutzy tries to drive inside and gets it in on the layup. Owls lead now to 11, largest it's been this afternoon. Wayward pass there, and it'll be a turnover. Dingle could not connect. Keene State with the inbound, chance to pull away here. DeSaro gets it to Bundy. Bundy over there to Stewart. Now Stewart. Now Lutzy for three. No good. Off the front of the rim. Looked like it might have tipped up and in. But to no avail. Castellano fakes the three. Castellano back over now to Dingle. Dingle for three, and it's good. The first three-pointer of the day for the Wolves, finally.
Yeah, that's a big shot for Western Connecticut. And a good move by Castellano. Got by her defender, forced the help off the shooter, and the shooter buried it from the corner.
And Dingle now able to poke it away. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession in favor of the Owls, so they're going to keep it. As Samantha Lee now comes in for Lily Krasinski. Just under 6 to play here in quarter two. Bundy inbound to Lutzy. Lutzy drives it into the paint. Gets it over to Stewart, who fakes the shot. 10, now under 10 to shoot. Over to Lee. Gonna have to think of something quick. Lee drives it in herself for two. How about that from Samantha Lee? Lead now back to 10. And we're gonna get a foul called here against the Owls as Rencher tries to drive it in. So Rencher will go to the free throw line. Murray checks back in for Stewart. So Nia Rencher with 4 points so far, trying to add to that total. And no good on the first. About 62% from the line coming in were the Wolves. And again, as mentioned, just about 66% for the Owls. Rencher good on the second, so it's once again a 9-point game. DeSaro. Bundy being guarded heavily there by Peralta. Drop back for Murray. Murray throws it inside to Lee. Lee now gets it to Lutzy. Lutzy no good on the lay-in attempt. Lutzy driving in it again. Nice move, and we'll get the foul called. So Val Lutzy will go to the line here.
That's the second time we've seen kind of that up and under move under the basket. First was from Avery Stewart. This one from Val Lutzy, and it sends it to the line.
First one good, and the lead once again back to 10. Lutzy trying to get to 4 points now. It's been pretty evenly distributed as far as points go in the early going for the Owls. Now makes it 21 to 10. We have a football score right in front of Wild Card Weekend coming up. Peralta. Castellano drops it back for Virtue. Owls wanted to travel, don't get the call. Now Peralta for three, and she knocks it down. 21-13. Good shot there, and Peralta on the board in terms of points. Driving inside is DeSaro, able to get it to fall. So a better second quarter certainly for Westcon, but the Owls have had the answer, and they've had a better second quarter themselves. Nice pass from the knees there from Bundy, and now the other way, here comes DeSaro. DeSaro on the lay-in attempt, no good. Lutzy tried to get the rebound, but tips it out. And it'll be Western Connecticut ball when we come back in just a moment from a TV timeout here on the New Hampshire National Guard Owls Media Network.
I remember writing in the second grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
Back now here on the Owls Media Network as we'll look at some stats so far. Keene State out-rebounding Western Connecticut 17-16. And we also get a look at ourselves here on camera as we'll wave hello. But now we'll get a look at who really matters, and that's Keene State women's basketball on the court. As take a look at some of the stats. 17-16 in rebounds, total rebounds, as Peralta drives it up. Offensive rebounds 6-4 in favor of the Owls. Defensive rebounds in favor of the Wolves 12-11. Assists even at 2 apiece. Pass back to Dingle, and we get, looks like a travel called there on Peralta, actually shoved. Owls have a chance to build on this 10-point lead as we near the final minutes of the opening half. The Sorrows had a lot of minutes this season, and certainly in this one. Now, nice move, back for three, no good. Peralta gets it up to Garcia. Malaysia Dingle. Back to Peralta for three, gets it again. Nia Peralta with 6 points, both from beyond the arc.
Yeah, Western Connecticut came out a little bit slow, especially from the perimeter. Now has hit a few threes and gotten themselves back into this one.
Yeah, and the Wolves able to hang around so far. Owls have pulled away to as much as 11, but so far haven't let it extend beyond that. Now Murray, hook shot off the glass and no good. The Wolves, for as much as they've found themselves kind of outplayed in this first half, are still within 7. Now we'll get a foul called here against Fatmata Berry. And the Owls now are going to go to the line. As it'll be Bundy to take it. And makes the first. Bundy able to knock down both. Owls have been pretty good so far from the free throw line. And the lead now back to 9. Meanwhile, the Wolves not so good on the other side. Certainly hurt them in the point total in this opening half. Peralta now drives it over to Soto, fresh into the game. And a shot there from Garcia, no good. A three-point attempt. Tesaro now the other way. Tesaro tries to drive it in. Nice pass to Bundy, and Bundy no good, but we're going to get a foul called. So she'll go to the line.
Yeah, that's a great cut from Bundy. Tesaro found herself kind of in a sticky situation. Bundy recognized that, got herself open, and now heads to the line.
Coach Maria Conlon of the Wolves in her first season wanted a travel called there against Bundy, but doesn't get it. Take a look at Coach Keith Boucher briefly as well. And Bundy once again is good on both. Has the last 4 Owls points all from the free throw stripe. Soto gives it away there to Virtue. Now Dingle with the shot for 2, no good. Back comes Tesaro the other way. Owls lead 2-11. Tesaro uses the screen, gets it to Lee, who lays it in for 2. And the lead now to 13. That's the largest Owls lead it's been. Dingle gets it there to Virtue. Virtue trying to drive it in herself, and a little touch shot, no good. Lee with the rebound. Tesaro trying to take it in herself, now drops it back for Murray. Murray, nice move inside, gets it to roll in. Cole Peralta driving through and is going to be able to draw the foul against Val Lutzy. Mia Renscher gets ready and will come back in place of Alyssa Virtue. About the final minute here of the opening half. Keene State, they commanding 15-point advantage. Dingle with the inbound, gets it to Garcia. Garcia for Soto, 2-point shot is going to be no good. Lutzy driving up the other way inside of the final minute. Murray with the lay-in attempt, no good. Rebound to Peralta. Peralta cross pass for Dingle, and a little too far on that shot. About 13-second difference between the shot and game clock. We'll see if the Owls try to work it down a little bit here. Lee works with it. Lee driving inside for 2. Once again, Samantha Lee has been a force driving into the basket. That puts her at 6 points today.
Yeah, and that's where she's made her money today. A few drives with the right hand and nice finishes.
The Wolves can take it all the way down to the buzzer if they'd like. They're not going to. Instead, they're going to get the foul called as Renscher drives it inside. Renscher only at 5 points so far, and Owls have done a nice job so far keeping her in check. She'll go to the line. Hasn't been super effective from there, and she's going to miss the first one once again. So assuming Keene State can get the rebound here, they'll have the final shot of the opening half, and they indeed will, as Renscher no good on both. Now Tesaro, another chance at a buzzer beater. Layup buzzer beater, no good. And we will head to halftime. A dominating second quarter there for the Keene State Owls. As the lead was just 7 at the end of quarter 1, it now goes to 17 as they outscore the Wolves by 10. We'll be right back in just about 15 minutes here on the Owls Media Network.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/NH.
This is Paul Sullivan of Sullivan Tire Company. We're thrilled to be sponsoring the Keene State College Athletic Program, supporting the Owls. No matter what the sport is, in Division III, they are legendary. What a great academic institution, liberal arts school, in a beautiful part of New England. So let's go, you Owls, and remember, at Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there. Thank you.
We are Keene State. Here, we believe that everyone is welcome and anything is possible.
We're empowering your unique voice.
Igniting potential and possibility.
Look closer. We are a tight-knit community, an inclusive community, where people can be their true selves. Bring your ability, background, culture, or traditions, whatever makes you you.
Because Keene State becomes home from day one. Come find your people and enjoy live music, art, coffee, thrifting, and did we mention the food? And if you're worried about what there is to do on the weekend, just look at this.
Everything we do here is about community.
Because we're a community of intense learners
with extraordinary hearts
that raise each other up.
We are fueled by each other's successes,
learning outside the classroom as well as in.
And we're here to provide the guidance and support you need to succeed.
All right, let's get hands-on.
In the lab.
In the studio.
In the pool.
On the dance floor.
On the stage.
The choices are yours, the opportunities are here.
Here at Keene State College, we're focused on teaching students the skills for an ever-changing world.
I'm ready to tackle problems with industry-ready skills.
You'll get a resume that writes itself, and
a paycheck that earns.
Elevated confidence.
World-class courage.
And we never stop learning.
True learning takes collaboration.
We explore what drives our passions.
Celebrate our individual voices.
And spark possibility together.
Every single student, every single day.
You already have what it takes. Welcome to Keene State.
So I know facts of 5 are friendly. So I'm going to box out my 5 and my 8.
My name is Ellie Lyons. I'm from Charleston, Rhode Island, and I'm majoring in elementary education and sociology. I am a student teacher, and I come into the classroom every single day from 8 to 3, and my CT, my cooperating teacher, will give me lesson plans or just things to do throughout the day so that I can slowly become used to running a classroom. I got interested in teaching because my mom has been a teacher for more than 30 years, and I've watched her enjoy teaching every single day, so I know that the passion never goes away, and I have always grew up in that experience and in that environment, and I knew that I would like it. One of the bigger reasons that I picked Keene State was because of the education program and how quick it gets you into the classroom. I know I went to other schools and I talked to those programs, and their hands-on learning was way later than Keene State, so I decided that would be best for me. I prefer hands-on learning. In the beginning, we start with lecture-based learning for education, and then once you get moved into the classroom, your junior year, you get way more hands-on, and it actually gives you the experience. And more than just creating a lesson plan, you're actually in the classroom learning classroom management or just how to deal with situations that you don't really taught. I chose elementary ed because of the ages. I have always been a babysitter my whole life, so being exposed to those younger ages, I've really been able to make connections with them easier. My first day starting at Simon's, I actually already felt comfortable just because with Methods 2, gave me the exposure of being in this building and with this community and the staff and faculty. Now I feel like I am part of the school almost. A lot of teachers or student teachers might experience being maybe below other faculty or staff, but here at Simons they make you feel like equal and give you those like opportunities to be seen as just like a regular teacher. I think I'm most proud of after the start of student teaching was probably planning my solo week, which is right now. I feel like on my first day of solo teaching, it wasn't really scary, but it was like exciting, and it was a little nerve-wracking just because like everything was in your hands. But everything that I have been prepared with, so like methods 1, methods 2, has really like exposed me to stuff like that, and being in charge and knowing how to like manage a classroom and plan for lesson plans and longer days. From the first day, my cooperating teacher has been very easy to get along with. I definitely feel like she's preparing me to be a teacher on my own just because she has thrown me into those challenging conversations or just like topics, and she shows me like how to reflect as a teacher, which I think is super important because even after her lessons she'll be like, hey Ellie, like what do you think I should do next, or maybe next year like maybe I'll try something different, like what do you have in mind? I feel very prepped to go out and teach. I even had experience before. When I went back home I was doing substitute teaching, and that was like a piece of cake. I've had like people comment on how well I do like classroom management even at like a random school like substitute teaching, so like I can definitely tell that Keene State has helped me a lot.
At Keene State College, life is an adventure. You'll forge your path forward. As an owl, you'll take on challenges in the classroom, field, court, or track. Every worthwhile adventure has its share of blood, sweat, and tears. It takes hard work and dedication. No owl flies alone on their journey at Keene State. Teammates, coaches, professors, alumni, and fellow owls are with you along the way. They lift you up as you continue forward. When you're part of Owl Nation, you become the person you truly want to be.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/NH.
I'm very ambitious. I like to push myself to do the best that I can possibly do, and I would say that I'm a very outgoing person, and I definitely like to think outside of the box and meet new people and kind of push my own boundaries. I'm involved in student government, pre-law society. I've been an orientation leader, a community assistant. I'm involved in Greek life. I was involved in the Panhellenic Council and some other organizations as well. I would say that I would connect being ambitious with the amount of involvement that I pursue. I'm someone that likes to be really busy, and the unique part of being a student at Keene State College is I've had the opportunity to be part of so many organizations. It's been a really incredible experience. I chose to get involved in all those different areas on campus because it's helped me become a better student. I think when you're really involved in your community and you're an involved student, you're able to become more interested in what you're learning about in class and make better connections with the students that are in class with you. The ways that I have made an impact on campus is that I've started some diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. I was the first Vice President of Equity and Belonging for Delta Phi Epsilon and the first Vice President of Equity and Diversity for the Panhellenic Council. So being able to spearhead those two positions and start some new activity on campus has been a really wonderful experience. I would say I'm personally passionate about many different human rights issues, specifically in Latin America. My family is from Latin America, so I firsthand have been able to experience some things that are going on in Latin America that I was not able to fully learn about and research until I came to college. Coming to Keene State College, I've learned that I love learning about issues that are happening across the world, and it's an opportunity that I was not able to have in high school, as well as the opportunity to learn about topics that are happening not only in the United States, from professors that have experience in other countries around the world, which is a very unique experience. This past summer, I did the Washington Center internship through the Global Education Office, and I was able to spend a semester in Washington, D.C., and I worked for the Hispanic Association on Corporate Responsibility, where I created diversity, equity, and inclusion training for Fortune 500 companies. That was an absolutely amazing experience. I got to learn more about my passion about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and education as well, which is a topic that's really intertwined with Holocaust and genocide studies. And I also got to spend time to do research into topics that I'm interested in, which is something that's very unique about the Holocaust and genocide studies program.
Ignite your athletes. Empower your coaches. Rally your community. Support every team with one solution with the Huddle Athletic Department Package. You put all your school's coaching tools under one roof. From recording to analyzing to sharing, with your Huddle AD package, you cover every angle. Equal access means equal opportunity, and equal opportunity means full potential. Let's take your department to the next level.
I pledge.
I
am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
On my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30, touchdown. Michaela Burgess.
An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Hello and welcome back. Just about ready for second half action. Keene State leads 33-16. Just some halftime stats for you. Keene State shooting 35% from the field, only at 1 of 11 from 3, but they still maintain the 17-point lead. And for Western Connecticut, it's 23% from the floor, 3 for 8 from 3, 1 for 8 from the free throw line. Kind of tough, very tough actually to win any sort of home game when you're shooting 23% from the floor in the first half.
Yeah, and you mentioned from the free throw line, just 16.7% accuracy there. So they've had some opportunities, but certainly not at all what you want out of that end of the game. And Keene State, as a result, 17-point lead, trying to cling to it here and be able to earn their 7th win of the year, get them a little closer to 500 if they were able to pull it off at 7-8, and also even at 500, 3-3 in the OEC. Western Connecticut, meanwhile, just trying to end this 6-game losing streak, trying not to let it get to 7, and also pick up their first win in 2025 as well. But the Owls, some pretty evenly distributed scoring from a good amount of players. Val Lutzy with 4, Ariana Murray 4, Samantha Lee with 6, Stewart with 4, Ruby DeSaro with 6, and Bundy actually leads the Owls with 9 points off the bench. And we're underway here in half number 2. Barry gives it to Virtue. And a shot for 3 is good right off the bat from Castellano. Actually, that's a 2-pointer as her foot was on the arc. Now Lutzy gives it up to Lee. Back to Murray. Murray this time for 3, no good. Rebound to Virtue. Castellano. Nice pass over there. This time 3, and it is good. And it's 33-21 now, thanks to Malaysia Dingle.
Yeah, hot start from Western Connecticut. We just talked about their field goal percentage. Come out at halftime, make the first 2 shots.
Yeah, 5 unanswered to begin the second half. See if the Owls can come up with a response here. Pass almost taken away there from Stewart. DeSaro now Lutzy for 3. Got it! Val Lutzy answers right back. And shuts off that 5-0 run from the Wolves. Nia Renscher, who only has 5 points, has it taken away by Lutzy. Now Lutzy up to Stewart. Stewart tries to lay it up and in. And a foul looks like it's going to be called on Western Connecticut. Perhaps just the block as ball back to Ruby DeSaro. Lutzy gets it back to her. Kicked out there in the corner to Murray. Murray now to Lutzy, fakes the 3. Now DeSaro to Lee, 5 to shoot. Wide open Murray for 3, and a little short. It's off the rim. Malaysia Dingle moves it in, had it, looked like blocked, and now foul will be called on Lutzy. So Dingle will shoot 2 from the free throw line. See if the Wolves can improve their free throw shooting percentage here in half 2, and that certainly won't help. I'll put them at 1 for 7. Dingle trying to salvage something out of it here. And she's good on the second, so down to 14-point lead for Keene State. It's been 6-3 Wolves so far here in the third. DeSaro being double teamed right now. Maybe not a bad move. Been tough to guard in that first half. And a bad pass, almost had it intercepted, but now Lee drives inside and will get the foul. Almost had an and 1 as well. So the foul will go against Castellano. And Lee will shoot 2. First one, no good. Owls now shooting 80% from the free throw stripe. 8 for 10 so far. Lee's second shot is good on the roll. Lead back to 15. Castellano trying to work fast the other way. Dingle, the shot is no good. A little bit short from the corner. Couldn't tell if it would have been from 3 or not. Pissarro drops back for Murray. Murray, nice pass into Stewart. And Stewart is no good on the lay-in attempt. It'll be out of bounds. Western Connecticut ball.
That's a couple of times now we've seen Murray make that skip pass to the opposite block. Just the Owls have not been able to convert on either.
Again, Dingle open in the corner, and we're going to get a travel called against Malaysia Dingle. Inbound to DeSaro. DeSaro trying to drive it inside. Gets taken down. No call. Incidental contact there according to the officials. Castellano now moves her way in. Back to Dingle. Dingle wide open from 3. And it's good. Lead now cut down to 12. Lutzy on the other end for 3. No good. Gets it up to Castellano. Wolves trying to get it to within 10 or less. After trailing by pretty wide margin, 17 at the half. Little 2-point shot, no good. Rebound for Virtue. She gets the foul and the basket. And we'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
A good start from Western Connecticut helps when you make your first 2 shots of the second half. A little bit of momentum going for the Wolves right now. And if you're Keith Boucher, you got to think about calling a timeout soon.
Virtue on the shot is no good, but see Lutzy got in the way there, so she'll have a second attempt at it. Just a little gamesmanship there from the Owls. And this time Virtue knocks it down, so it is a 9-point game. And we'll get substitution here for the Owls as Stewart checks out. Bundy comes in. And some tighter defense here from the Wolves as well in this second half so far. They've outscored Keene by 8. That was DeSaro, almost lost the handle, able to regain it. DeSaro with 12 to shoot. Nice pass out to Murray. Murray called for a travel, and once again it'll go back to the Wolves, who are working their way back into this game. Castellano up to Dingle. Back out to Castellano. D'Arencher inside to Castellano, who lays it up and in. And we got a 7-point ball game.
Western Connecticut now on a 9-1 run in the last 2.5 minutes.
As you see on your screen, and now we get a timeout called. It looks like just in time.
I think it's going to be a 10-second violation against Keene.
Sorry, yeah, 10-second violation. And that's a turnover for the Owls once again. But as you mentioned, Logan, earlier, might want to call a timeout soon if you're Coach Boucher for Keene State. Seen the lead slip away considerably. And we'll get a jump ball now. Possession goes to the Owls. Let's see if they can finally right the ship a little bit here with this possession. And just try to get back on track, and a foul will be called there against Castellano, working against Lutzy. Ruby DeSaro, nice pass up. been a lot more physical here. Have the Wolves in half two. Give them credit, played better defense. Bad pass there to Bundy, but she's able to rehandle it. Now not able to be handled by Samantha Lee, and it's going to be Western Connecticut ball. And finally, we'll get a timeout here from Coach Keith Boucher. We will head to the break for just a moment. We'll be right back. Keene State trying to right the ship after it's been all Wolves here in the third.
Looking for a new car? It's time to visit New Car Nissan of Keene. 600 new Nissan cars, trucks, and SUVs are available right now. Plus, New Car Nissan of Keene has the most competitive prices. Every new Nissan comes with New Car's complimentary 20-year, 200,000-mile protection plan. Drive worry-free for many miles to come. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State Area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty and no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at fentondealerships.com.
When we put this uniform on, we're preparing to serve our home state of New Hampshire. We serve part-time in our own communities and for our families and friends. In any emergency or disaster, you can count on the soldiers of the New Hampshire Army National Guard to be there. Our mission here at home is to make life better for everyone, and the benefits we earn help us improve our own lives. Learn more about part-time service with the New Hampshire Army National Guard at nationalguard.com/NA.
Look at some more Keene State students taking in the festivities here this afternoon. Of course, we'll have the men's basketball game. Logan will have that broadcast right after here against Western Connecticut State on the men's side. Fatmata Berry at the line, ready to shoot two for the Wolves as they try to cut the lead now down to 5. She's able to hit both. And good on the first as it bobbed around, able to get the roll. Trying to go 2 for 2 here is Berry, and she is indeed good on both. That's another thing the Wolves have done better here in the third, is taking advantage of their free throw opportunities. The lead now has shrunk all the way to 5. Samantha Lee trying to get inside to Stewart, and another turnover for the Owls. Things have started to come apart pretty rapidly. Owls need to regain the momentum, regain focus. They've had a couple timeouts. For three, Dingle, not good. Owls get another chance. Try to perhaps slow Western Connecticut a little bit. For three, and banked home on the three-pointer there from Kylie Bundy. And the lead now to 8. Maybe a big three-pointer there for the Owls, and the miss as Rensher tried to drive it in. Don't see that every day. Kylie Bundy banking home a three-pointer. Kicks back out to Bundy. Now to Lutzy. 10 to shoot. Not a good pass there inside, but it goes back to Lutzy now. Lutzy with 5 to shoot. Bundy again for 3. Got it! Kylie Bundy is red hot from beyond the arc. And the lead, just like that, has grown to 11. Back to double digits. Rensher now gets it over to Virtue. Virtue for Barry. Dingle gets it inside for Rensher. Peralta to Virtue. Peralta falls down. Barry now inside the paint. Has it blocked, and time runs out anyway. Nice pass across from DeSaro. Inside the Bundy, and foul's going to be called, it looks like, on Keene State. So not able to get it fall that time, and she also is called for the foul.
And Bundy approaching her career high. It was 19 points at home against Plymouth State. That was on December 11th.
And as you said, Logan, approaching the season high and also doing it all from coming off the bench as well. Did not start this game today, but nonetheless easily leads the team in points. Stepped up in a big way. And now a takeaway once again. Here comes DeSaro the other way. No good on the lay-in attempt.
That's when you got to have if you're DeSaro.
Rensher, little two-point jump shot is no good. Coming back the other way. Not been the best day so far for Rensher either. Lutzy now pulls up for 3. No good, but the rebound for Bundy has it blocked. But the ball will remain with the Owls. As Castellano comes back in for Peralta. DeSaro gets it in. And now we'll get called for the travel. Minute 50 to go here in the third. Owls lead down to 11, but it's been as low as 5. They have rebounded a bit thanks to a couple threes from Kylie Bundy in succession. Nice defense there by Stewart. It goes back though to Rensher, and Rensher is going to get called for the offensive foul. And now we have an Owl down on the court. That's Samantha Lee, who now will come back to her feet and get a hand from the crowd. Oli Krasinski checks back in for Samantha Lee. And Lee heads to the trainer's room for a moment to be examined. Pass deflected there from Lutzy, but it gets through to DeSaro. Now pass inside for Krasinski. Krasinski trying to lay it up and in, no good. Back over to Stewart. Stewart throws it in for Lutzy. Lutzy gets it to fall. Lead now to 13 for Keene State. A little 8-0 run of their own as we approach the final minute of the third quarter. Dingle looking for options. Almost had a screen there. Now Castellano for three, no good, in and out. Rebound for Barry, no good on the lay-in attempt. Momentum now seems to be back with the Owls. Ruby DeSaro drops back for Stewart. Stewart gets the foul called against her and will go to the line.
And again, another example, DeSaro penetrating, gets to the key, causes the help to come and defend her, and then Avery Stewart found herself open, now heads to the line.
Stewart's first shot is good. It's at 46-32 Owls, who were rebounded after that first part of the quarter was not very pretty. And out to Dingle in the corner, well short. She airballs it, but the rebound goes to Garcia. Garcia still keeps possession, weaves her way through a few Owls, and now jump ball will be called. Possession, Western Connecticut. With 24.8 on the game clock, 15 to shoot. Owls in all likelihood will have the final shot. Dingle able to inbound it. Castellano pumps the three. Castellano is going to be called double dribble, excuse me. And it'll go back the other way to Keene State. So any momentum that the Wolves had just a few minutes ago is basically gone here as Jamara Soto comes in. Final 14 seconds. Owls can take the last shot if they want to. Over to Lutzy. Lutzy now to Stewart in the corner for three. No good. Rebound, and it's tipped out of bounds off the Wolves. Keene State will have 4 seconds to make something happen here. Out to Lutzy for three at the buzzer. She gets it. Val Lutzy puts the lead back at 17 points as we head to the third. And after all that, Keene State still in a commanding lead as we head to the fourth. 49-32 here on the Owls Media Network.
It's always been more than just a game. It is a legacy. Support the USA Basketball Foundation as we look to expand that legacy. For her, for them, for us. All of us, together.
Our campus can get pretty quiet during the summer when most students are home, but that doesn't mean it's completely empty. Students are working and learning here year-round. There's tour guides and student workers like me, and students are interning all over the Monadnock region. Many of our majors require hands-on learning, and our students are working as reporters, videographers, environmental advocates, and scientific researchers to gain experience. Here's a look at what's happening right here in our city this summer.
But Keene State's lead is back to 17. A buzzer-beating three at the end of the quarter for Val Lutzy, and extra activity, the Wolves up in the defense here. But they've reclaimed momentum going to the fourth. Ball goes back to the Wolves. Keene State trying to earn their 7th win of the season, 3rd win in the LEC. Wolves also going for their third in the LEC, but a loss would drop them to 2-5 in the conference. Over to Soto. Soto, wayward pass. It'll go back to Keene State. And a good job today overall by this Owls team, stepping up without leading scorer Brent Radiola. Have played good team basketball and find themselves with the position they're in right now, and also a great day from Kylie Bundy off the bench. 15 points, Val Lutzy with 12. Chance for more here in these final 10 minutes or so. Taken now by Malaysia Dingle. Dingle tries to drive it in, a little too far away on that shot. Although Barry will draw the foul.
I believe the call was Stewart did not establish herself back in bounds before she got a hand on the rebound.
First to touch the pass after being out of bounds. As you said, Logan. Now it's inside. Virtue, no good. Rebound. Owls finally come away with it after the second chance there from Barry. Ruby DeSaro being double teamed. We've seen a lot of that here in half two. They're not going to let her beat him. Inside, nice layup and in there from Lily Krasinski. And Krasinski now joins the scoring column for Keene State. We'll have a chance at a three-point play as well.
And that was an excellent find by Ariana Murray. Squeezed that pass in through a tight window.
Krasinski is no good on the free throw. So can't get the three-point play, but Owls do get the rebound. Kicked out. Pissarro back inside to Krasinski. Nice passing here once again from Keene State. Stewart had a wide open DeSaro.
Great cut.
Inside, nice pass there, and good cut indeed by Stewart. Stewart now at 6 points. Inside, Virtue, no good, but she did get fouled. Owls lead, the largest it's been all day, 21 points. As Nicole Peralta and Nia Renscher both check back in for the Wolves. And Alyssa Virtue at the line shooting a couple. Is good on the first. And Virtue able to knock down both, 2 for 2 there in that trip. Wolves playing some tighter defense. The press here all the way up the court. Pissarro for 3 from Bundy, no good. Thought it went out of bounds. The refs don't call it. And it looks like Owls are going to keep possession here. Couple of young fans taking in the game this afternoon. As the Owls have a 19-point lead. Murray moves inside and gets the lay-in for 2. Dingle pass over to Soto. Almost a good takeaway, and it is a good takeaway by DeSaro, who lays it in for an easy 2. DeSaro now at 8 points on the afternoon. Trying to get to 10 before it's over. Almost a bad pass. A nice save there by Soto. Dingle inside to Peralta. Under 10 to shoot. Dingle, nice pass inside, and offensive foul is called. So no basket for Nia Renscher.
Yet again, that's another offensive foul drawn by Keene State. It's just rotations and getting your feet set in a position where, you're putting your body at risk.
They've done a great job of that all day. As you said, Logan, taking advantage of the Western Connecticut team that wants to be aggressive. And the other way now it goes, as they'll draw the offensive foul on Ruby DeSaro. Owls lead 23 points. That's a game high for this afternoon. Castellano, little two-point jump shot is good. Still playing that tight defense on the defensive side of the court. Nice cross pass there to Murray. Stewart gets it inside. Lily Krasinski, nice drop back pass. DeSaro for three, airballs it. Back to Murray, now to Bundy for three, no good.
Had to put that one up if you're Bundy late in the shot clock.
Yeah, it would have been a violation. And we'll get a foul here on the Owls. 6 minutes left here, essentially, in this one. And it'll go against Stewart. Malaysia Dingle at the line shooting two, has 10 points on the day. And makes it 11 with the first. One thing that the Wolves have certainly done a lot better here of in the second half has been shooting from the free throw line. It's a big problem in the first half, as Dingle there is 1 for 2. Total at 11 points on the day. Bad pass there, might have got tipped. And Peralta fighting for it. Get a jump ball, it looks like this will go back to the Wolves. Samantha Lee, good to see her back in the game after headed to the trainer's room for a second. Came off briefly. And Val Lutzy checks back in as well. Commanding lead for Keene State. Inside and able to draw the foul there is Virtue. And she will go to the line. 5 points today for the senior forward out of Groton, Connecticut. And able to knock down the first. Look at both head coaches. Quite the contrast in years of experience. Of course, Maria Conlon in just her first year. Keith Boucher in his 34th. Lutzy gets it over to Lee. Lee tries to drive it inside, finally gets it through to Murray. Murray's layup attempt is no good. Now over to Dingle. For three, it's Peralta, and it's good. Nicole Peralta with 9 points today, all from beyond the arc. Now we get a foul called here against Virtue, as DeSaro goes down as well. And Murray to inbound it. So we tick down. Final 5 minutes of this one. Keene State lead now down to 16. Still in comfortable territory, but got to be careful here as a steal from Castellano. Going to try to lay it up and in, and she will. We're back down to 14.
Heads up play there by Castellano. DeSaro was in a sticky situation, guarded by two people, and DeSaro came out of nowhere, stole a pass away.
Have to be careful on the Keene State end as Western Connecticut continues to play this press defense. Lutzy for three in the corner, got it. Once again, Valerie Lutzy answers, and that'll put her, leave it 12 points now on the day. Correct that, that's 15. So she ties up Kylie Bundy for the most on the afternoon. And some big threes to answer some little runs here today for Western Connecticut as well. We'll be right back in just a moment after this TV timeout here on the Owls Media Network.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships, attendance is encouraged, passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class
Looking for a new car? It's time to visit New Car Nissan of Keene. 600 new Nissan cars, trucks, and SUVs are available right now. Plus, New Car Nissan of Keene has the most competitive prices. Every new Nissan comes with New Car's complimentary 20-year, 200,000-mile protection plan. Drive worry-free for many miles to come. Visit New Car Nissan of Keene today and discover why everyone loves a new car.
Foul call number 1, Nia Richard, her 4th personal foul. 5th on the team. Moving to Sorrow at the foul line.
Ignite your athletes. Empower your coaches. Rally your community. Support every team with one solution with the Huddle Athletic Department Package. You put all your school's coaching tools under one roof. From recording to analyzing to sharing, with your Huddle AD package, you cover every angle. Equal access means equal opportunity, and equal opportunity means full potential. Let's take your department to the next level.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty on no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at Fenton Dealerships.
Back here on the Owls Media Network, Keene State with the ball. 13-point lead, 4 minutes left. Stewart gets taken down, and the foul will go against Castellano. I think heard somebody on the Owls bench shout personal. But Stewart will go to the line here. Try to get the lead back to 15. Malaysia Dingle on the WestCon side with 16 points after knocking down that most recent three-pointer. And 4 for 14 from the field as Stewart good on both her free throws in the lead, indeed up to 15. Dingle from beyond the arc fakes the shot. Now back to Castellano for three. Castellano no good. Almost got her own rebound, and now it goes to DeSaro, who loses possession. Coach Boucher fuming, not happy with the no call, and Garcia now misses from three. Finally, Keene gets it back. It's Val Lutzy. Keene State trying to work down the clock. Stewart works it inside and draws the foul. Stewart now a chance to get to double figures as well. She can hit at least one of two here, get her to 10. Point leaders tonight, though, for Keene is Val Lutzy and Kylie Bundy. First shot good from Stewart, and she will indeed enter double figures in points. And no good on the second rebound to Virtue. Over in the corner, Dingle gets called for the travel. As we near the final 3 minutes of this one, Owls in command, up 16. And we're going to get a timeout called once again, so we will take it as well. We'll be right back here for the final 3 or so minutes on the Owls Media Network.
This is Paul Sullivan of Sullivan Tire Company. We're thrilled to be sponsoring the Keene State College Athletic Program, supporting the Owls. No matter what the sport is, in Division III, they are legendary. What a great academic institution, liberal arts school, in a beautiful part of New England. So let's go, you Owls. And remember, at Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there. Thank you.
Keene State using a timeout there. Still have 2 remaining. Western Connecticut with 3. As we'll give you a little preview, we've got some action coming up on Saturday as well. Of course, we have men's action coming up here at 6 o'clock against Western Connecticut. But the women will be taking on Rhode Island College as well as the men. Women will go at 2 o'clock. Men are expected to start around 4 p.m. on Saturday, and that will be a busy day for Keene State Athletics. We'll have women's hockey at 11:15 in the morning. We'll have those 2 games in the middle in the afternoon, and then men's ice hockey at 7 o'clock at night. Should be a fun one. We'll have all those for you here on the Owls Media Network. As inbounded here from Bundy, and we'll get a foul called against Garcia. Fiona Garcia will now head to the bench. Last few minutes gone relatively slow. Amount of fouls, timeouts called by each side. Val Lutzy will get to the line and able to, nope, will not make the first. She can hit this one though. She will take the lead for the Owls individually in points today, and she's able to, so it puts her at 16. Agondo, who just checked in the game for the Wolves, dribbles it inside, trying to work her way in, gets the foul called. So Cassandra Agondo, freshman from Newington, Connecticut, will get to the line. Chance to appear on the line score today in the late going. To get a peek at some of the men's basketball players there on screen. Getting ready to take the court shortly after this one ends. And they'll get ready to take on Western Connecticut State, the team that they have taken down the last couple of seasons in the LEC championship game, both years being here at Spaulding Gym. Of course, the men's side, Keene State men's basketball, a couple of Sweet 16 runs as well the last couple of years. Last year taken out in that game by Guilford College in North Carolina. But of course, Logan, you had the opportunity to call a lot of those games last year. You got a chance to call some tournament games as well. How was that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful for the experience to be able to call some of these, what's the word I'm trying to look for? High profile games, I guess. Western Connecticut always gives us a battle on the men's side and the women's side for that matter. And past couple of LEC championships in this building have been electric, and I'm really glad that I've gotten the opportunity to be able to call those as well.
Yeah, Logan will be on the call, of course, for that game right after this. And offensive foul called there as Desaro knocked down one of two shots from the line. Had a takeaway there and stepped out of bounds, did Nia Renscher. Once again, Owls have done a great job today on defense just across the board, but certainly keeping Renscher in check, as she's been WestConn's toughest player to defend this season, leads the team in points. As travel called there on the Owls. For Coach Boucher, as you see right now, along with associate coach Kevin Justice, to be win number 7 of the year. Had a pretty solid year last year. Yeah, 3-point attempt, no good there from Peralta. Owls get the rebound. Desaro up the other way. And what a move, able to get through. Bundy now for 3, no good, just a little bit short. Collision there in the corner, and the ball is going to remain with Keene State.
And Coach Boucher approaching his 482nd win on his career.
34 seasons. And certainly a good amount of wins along the way. Inside there to Lee. She'll put it up and in for 2. Owls likely will surpass 70 points here this afternoon. Inside, no good there from Dingle. Being guarded now by 3 Owls. Peralta, nice pass. Back it goes, and Agondo able to knock it down for 2. Puts her at 3, now up to Bundy for the lay-in. And she'll get called for a travel, probably the right call there. So no good, no basket. Final couple of minutes here of this one. Been surprised relatively how tight the Wolves have been playing on defense given the margin. Especially this late. Dingle for 3, no good. Lee gets the rebound, and now it ends up with Desaro. Over to Lee in the corner. Now Val Lutzy. Team high 16 points today. Going for 19 right here. No good on the 3. Dingle, and offensive foul is the call, as Lutzy able to draw it.
I'm curious to see how many that is that Keene State has drawn. It's got to be at least 5.
Yeah, there's been quite a few throughout the game. Desaro able to move it past Dingle. Desaro inside, and we'll get fouled. We'll head to the free throw line here. And 34 seasons for Coach Boucher. That would be, if I'm doing math correctly, 35. Maybe what, 1988 or 89?
Yeah.
Trying to think, 35 would be 90, or actually 89.
What is it, 12 wins?
That'd be 88, I believe.
12 wins a season? Yeah, 88, not 98.
Sorrow no good on the first, able to knock down the second. And that puts the total for Keene State at 69 as they lead by 18 with a minute to go. Able to lock up their 7th win, 3rd win in the conference, put them back at 500 as the 2-point shot is good there from Nicole Peralta. Wolves still playing very tight defense though, and the foul is going to be called on Virtue as Lee will help her to her feet. And now Samantha Lee will head to the line. Lee with 9 points on the day. Can get to double figures if she can knock down at least one, and she does. Owls reach 70 points as well as a team. Team high in points this season for Keene State was 98 all the way. That was back on December 3rd against Vermont State Johnson. 3-pointer is no good there from Dingle. Virtue gets the rebound and draws the foul, and will shoot a couple. So Stewart is called on the foul. Virtue good on the first. .42 seconds and change left. No good on the second, and Samantha Lee gets on top of it for the rebound. Inside for the Owls. Angel Pillsbury getting a look. Pillsbury gets it over to Stewart. Back to Pillsbury. Why not shoot a three? And she makes it. Angel Pillsbury with 3 points of her own with a lefty shot. Lead to 19. Final 20 seconds. No more shot clock. Keene State about to go to 7-8 and 3-3 in the conference. Up the other way now here. Anna Brown with it. Just checked in. No foul called. Officials let them play on. Final second. Dingle, no good, and the ball game is over. Keene State gets the victory today in convincing fashion over Western Connecticut. Without Bryn Radiola as well, they improve to 7-8 and get back to 500 at 3-3 in the LEC. Many different players on the Owls with points today. And we'll have interviews with Coach Keith Boucher as well as another Owls player. Logan will take you through that. Thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon, and we hope you stay tuned for men's basketball after.
We are in a brand new state-of-the-art esports facility at Keene State College. 16 brand new PCs, broadcasting PC, coach PC, brand new equipment, headsets, mice, keyboards, custom desk pads. So it is a gamer's dream in here.
This space, I love what they've done to it. I got to see it before it got renovated into what it is now. It looks amazing. I look forward to coming here every day just to see the space and just play in this cool environment.
It was a real upgrade for me, and I think that's part of the reason I play a lot better now. Top of the line, everything, you know, computers, chairs, monitors, headsets, everything.
We are recognized as a varsity athletic program at Keene State College, much like basketball, volleyball, baseball, what have you. We have 3 titles, 19 student athletes, 5 total coaches. We are working very hard every single day to put our program on the map.
Like I said, I do track and field also. It's, still the same level of dedication, still the same level of practice.
But it's not as active. However, it still requires a high level of skill and a high level of dedication, and giving it your all every night still applies regardless of both.
The goal for the future of this program is onward and upward every single year. Esports, being the industry that it is, continues to grow itself, and so we have the opportunity to continue pushing Keene State esports onto the forefront.
You're gonna underestimate us. We've been working on this. We've got our game now. We're gonna play our game, right?
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
Fenton Family Dealerships, Tri-State Area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, has state-of-the-art service facilities and services all makes and models. Home to an exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty and no extra cost to you. Locally owned since 1986. More information at fentondealerships.com.
And welcome back. I'm now joined by the Sullivan Tire Player of the Game, Kylie Bundy. Kylie, you saw your first shot go in just seconds after you came in for the first time. How important for you is that as a shooter?
I feel like it gives me a big confidence boost coming into the game. Hearing the bench get all excited definitely gives me more confidence, especially coming off the bench.
Yeah, and you guys had a bit of a hiccup to start the third quarter. Coach Boucher called a timeout, rallied you guys together. What was that like in the huddle?
He was just like, we gotta do better, we gotta play better, we gotta run through our stuff, take care of the ball and everything, work as a team.
Awesome. Well, great game today, Kylie, and thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Our campus can be pretty quiet during the summer, but we're still here to show you what your life at Keene State will be like. I'm Emma, a tour guide of the admissions office, and I'm here to answer your questions and show you the parts of our community you're interested in seeing most. You can book a tour at keene.edu/visit or reach out to any of our admissions staff to find out when you can come see our home. Here's a sneak peek.
And that does it for our women's broadcast. The women pick up the 73-54 win, improved to 7-8 overall and 3-3 in the LEC. Make sure to stick around. We're about 18 minutes away from men's action against Western Connecticut. I'm Logan Pronto, and from Ryan Goodwin and all of us here at Owls Media Network, have a great rest of your day.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast, and thank you for watching.